Jambi is worth quite a lot. So I'm going to cancel your church because your tax income is terrible. We're going to build a stock exchange here instead. And you already... Oh, because I'm building something I can't convert. So we just need to be converting this area. Hi Mel, making 200 ducats a month. I'm growing wealthier. My production is going through the roof and I've almost hit a 300 trade income. We're 2 years away. In fact, you know what? I am sorely tempted to just go ahead of time on this. That's a wasted diplo. Don't do it. Keep spending on development instead. That'll do. And a bit on this. Keep building up Northumberland's coal supplies, please. It's getting more and more expensive, but worth it. It's going to join at the start of the stream, but lost track of time playing Spellforce 3. That is not a game I've played before. Yes! I'm finally getting manpower! My deficit has been overcome. Alright, Novgorod, you are earning me no trade whatsoever. Ah, were you part of my trying to claim Thessalocracy? I suspect that was. Did I ever do that? No. And I would like to, especially the minus 10% ship cost would be amazing. So I need to seize control of Lubeck, Baltic, English Channel, North Sea, Novgorod. Lubeck I've definitely got. So, English Channel I've definitely got. North Sea I've probably got. Yeah. So, it's just Lubeck. Which even with my massive... Oh no, with my massive trade, yeah. We've got that too. So, in that case... How are we doing on the Baltic? Baltic, we're not even close. Novgorod, we're not even close. Novgorod's actually going to be the most difficult to seize. But I should be able to reach all of that with my fleet. Wherever. There you are. So we're going to cancel your mission. We're going to split you. Oh, you're currently moving. Split, split, split. You continue trading in Lubeck. You guys go and protect trade in Novgorod. Which I still can't starting reach. Oh, for Pete's sake. Where's the other... Well, unless I got fleet basing rights in Russia. Hang on. Does fleet basing work the way that I think it works? Are you guys able to privateer in Genoa right now? You are, so it does work that way. So Russia. I would like fleet basing from you. Are you? Oh, 25th of June, okay. Now, give me those fleet bases. Marvellous. So the larger fleet can go over to Novgorod at this point. Whoops, that was totally the wrong place. I don't know where that was. Protect trade. Novgorod. And this is going to, like, stifle my income for a short time. And then you can go to the Baltic, which should be far less protected. See you, Mystery Potato. Alright, how's this looking? Verdun is slightly edging me. That's doable, though. Scotland, we're winning Baltic. We're winning Novgorod. So the couple of ships that we still have here, if you go and do Lubeck, we should claim Lubeck at the end of the month. If not, I'll rejig a couple of troops, or a couple of ships, and we'll be fine. Boom. And what am I missing? Has completed maritime ideas. Ah! So, I now know it's possible. We can do this. Alright, so let's grab all of our ships over here. Send you here. And just regroup you. In fact, is Lubeck even... Yeah, Lubeck's still worth a lot. Protect trade. Lubeck. Do I need this many ships here? Yeah, Verden and Lubeck is still stealing a lot of money from it. Still 2 years away. Once we're only 5%, then I think I'll probably just go ahead and do it, because I'm getting bored of waiting. I have 8,000 money and I'm getting itchy fingers. Building thingies in Norfolk, that is not worth doing. Here's December. January. Yeah, repay the loan. I forgot I had loans. I don't have loans anymore. Okay, let's go ahead. Core you. Technology. Go ahead of time in trade. I now have access to great frigates. All 90 of you head back home. And then naval units. Create template. Light. And build these in sets of 20. Do that. Build some down here. Build some out here. In fact, can I build ships in Minion territory? Oh boy, yeah I can. $500 ships. That's a good place to start. And I am no longer a regency. Everything's happening for Scotland right now. Yes, I am still a regent. Oh, the spouse died, I guess. It's still 4 years to go. That Regency Council is kind of rubbish too. Alright, so one of the largest ship construction efforts ever undertaken. You guys need to be upgraded. How much is that going to cost? 1,800. So that's a couple of months away. So in fact, in the meantime, you can go ahead and continue protecting trade in Lubeck until we've reached that point. Mozambique are rising up. Mozambique are going to get spanked down. My armies don't suck anymore. Goal orientated, plus 10 movement. Nice. How have I still not taken over this area? Oh right, colonists. Which colony's big? Yeah, we'll get 2 more going. Because I would like to cut them off up here if I can. I totally can do that. Beautiful! Also, Castellan Canada is mostly occupied by this point. So is Florida. Kind of cut between us and Cherokee, so I think we're waiting for Cherokee to peace out over there. Hokier's done. There we go, Scottish Louisiana. No, this is going to be Nova Scotia Lakes. Okay. Why are you calling that Scottish Louisiana? Dunno. However, I will give you some money, seeing as that is kind of tradition by this point. I'll give you 20 ducats a month so you can really get going quickly. Perfect. Oh, ships are being built. An island nation with a huge navy, Japan, could take some pointers from that. I'm pretty sure that they do. Neighbor disrupting the peace. The missionary sent to Idragiri is complaining that the area is too unstable at the moment. Despite our neutral stance, the war that is currently going on in the neighbouring country is having an impact on the Igandiri too. So, spend loads of money, and loads of money, some admin power, or have more unrest. Have the unrest. I really don't care. Alright, so that looks like one rather capable fleet. We're going to send you to the Ivory Coast. Because that is another important area. We want to have a bunch of privateers in Genoa. Colonial Ventures. Invest in the Navy so we get Diplotech reduction, or Diplotech gets more expensive. We just built all the ships, thankfully. That was good timing on our part. So I'll take the more expensive ships, even. Although more expensive chips also would work, because I'm not a fan of chips. I'll take the admin now that we're ahead of time. Oh. No, we're not. I mistimed that. By a few days! I was seeing the red as thinking, that's bad. Actually, red is bad. Not bad as in weird and I haven't reached it yet, but bad in other things. I'm apparently trading in slaves now, despite the fact that I abolished slavery. Alright, infantry. I mean, technically we should be redcoats. However, you know what? Morale has been a problem. So we do need morale resistance, so that limits us to blue coats or white coats. We also have terrible manpower, which would be the redcoats, because that gives you fire resistance. Yeah, fighting against other major powers, morale is my bigger issue than manpower, because I can just mercenary up. So we could do more morale damage, so we could double down on the morale issue, which would be the blue coat, so we could have morale and also firepower. My discipline isn't great, so there's no real point to having the firepower increase. Although I do have good fire officers. I also have good shock officers, though. I think I'm going to go blue coats. You're my front line. You're not the guys who do the damage. That's the artillery. And then we also upgrade our cavalry. I mean, we could do the same thing and get the Reformed Latin Hussars. Although cavalry is not the morale issue. Cavalry does the shock damage. I think we're just gonna go all out on the shock damage. I mean, we could have the morale resist and shock damage, and also fire damage, so Carabiners. Let's do that. I usually go for the Uhlans, but we're doing something different for once. Why no yellow? That's true. And now we have another idea. So, if we wanted to really double down on the privateering, we could get espionage. If we wanted to get the even more ships, who doesn't want even more ships? We go for maritime. Or if we want to actually convert stuff more better, we can go for admin. No, religious. Or if we wanted to sort out morale issues, then we go defensive, though I think the quality of our troop, or the type of troops is going to cancel that out. We don't need quality, because half of that is ship upgrades. If anything, we want maritime. For the ship cost reduction for the naval force limit modifier of plus 50%, which is going to be ridiculous. Yearly Navy traditions moderate. Sailor modifier isn't really necessary. Actually, sailors could be... Nope, that's... Sailors is... Well, we don't have that many missions going on yet. I'm going to take maritime. I think that still makes the most sense. Plus, that will allow me to get the extra privateer bonus. Which is actually a plus 50 rather than plus 33%. So it does still make sense. What's the flavour description for the blue coats? It's whatever France had. Having its origins in the French armies of Louis XIV, the Bluecoat infantry displays special elan on the attack, perfect for leaders who believe that the offensive will always trump over the defensive. It's basically marching into the face of danger. Right, so I think you guys are going to merge up with these. In Somerset. You are going to be my privateers. In fact, we're going to merge you up with the guys in Connacht as well. 40 privateers. That sounds reasonable. And we're going to go and privateer the living daylights out of Genoa. So Genoa, who is currently worth 86 ducats with no privateers. Oh, and they have more than 50%. Oh yeah, this is going to hurt them. Because remember, privateer efficiency goes up the more of a monopoly somebody has. So 40 great frigates heading on in there. Cha frickin' ching. So right now we're gaining nothing from spoils of war. Watch that number ratchet up rather dramatically. Okay, so where else do we need to protect trade? Not so much in St. Lawrence. We could definitely do some protecting trade in Chesapeake. That would increase our income quite a lot. Especially as we are forwarding money from the Caribbean right now. So I think that I'm going to make you guys Chesapeake. Do I already have a fleet in Chesapeake? I do not. I have a tiny fleet in the Caribbean, but not Chesapeake. Okay. So, yeah, you guys protect trade in Chesapeake. Whoops. Chesapeake. Send. And then we can always just add more ships and they'll automatically add on to them. We have lost our Master of the Mint, unfortunately. However, the Burkers could allow me to recruit another. But I don't want to because they are already extremely close to rising up and causing serious problems. Oh, missionary strength! Hell yeah! I will in fact happily pay for that difference. And are we still building a silly number of ships? Yes. Yes, we are. Conversion successful. You know what? I'm just going to keep on going from the bottom of the list. I mean, this is all fetishists and stuff. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. We want these ones. Hindu and Sunni. Takes slightly longer. But it's going to be the coastal provinces that we need to convert. And Zeeland as well, actually. Still losing money from the treasure fleet. In fact, what you guys can be doing rather than just sitting around doing nothing is hunting pirates in the English Channel so you can get rid of those. Doesn't actually destroy the ships, unfortunately, but it will cut down the piracy. Completely. Meanwhile, privateering here in Genoa is taking 29% of their income and earning me a further 13 ducats in spoils of war. I think I need to send some more privateers over there. And really hurt them, because this is stealing like all the money from France. And there's nothing they can do about it except for declare war on me. And with that in mind, this might well be the time to go for the increased naval ideas. And then after that we can go for the superior seamanship for the morale and naval engagement. Naval engagement is important now that I have so many light ships, because I'll be relying more and more on my light ships in a naval battle. We're still embargoing Castile. In fact, that Castile's embargo is going to be getting more and more painful. Ah, here we go. We're actually stealing money from them as well. So the treasure fleet from French Peru brought in 200 monies, of which I stole 50. That is an aspect I had totally forgotten about. Intrigues in Edinburgh. An Irish official, Celiac O'Manacane, rise to high office has angered many of those closest to the Regency Council. David Sinclair, a member of one of the oldest Scottish families in the country, has approached our monarch, demanding that we relieve Celiac O'Manacane of his position. I'm not going to get rid of the administrator, so I'll lose the legitimacy. Thank you. The legitimacy of the Regency Council can go down. In the meantime, I will take the money. Not that I really need it. And we'll go on a building spree. Lothian can get a stock exchange for a plus 25 trade power. Do I have a university in Ayrshire? I do. Do I have a university in all the places that produce coal? No. I did in most of them, though. Okay, that's the university is done. Cathedral. Derby would be a good cathedral. Counting house. Not amazing. Training. Siak. Stock Exchange. London. Ayrshire. Chester. Amsterdam. Den Haag. Shipyards. Carmarthen would be a good one. Then otherwise I would say probably some more forts. Maybe over here. Oh, I was going to build one in Zanzibar. Oh, I did build one in Zanzibar. Never mind. Also, was I not going to build a market thingy over here somewhere? In fact, I'm just going to go stock exchange. Anywhere over here I can build them, I'm just going to build them. Because the more control of this area that I seize, the better. Especially as France is growing here, which I really dislike. In fact, that's probably where I want to... Aiden's going to be the next place that I need to send ships to. Alright, manpower's gone up sufficiently that I can hire another template of standard troops. Although they will take a while to appear because the ships are still being built. So the redcoats were the British, the French were the whitecoats, red coats are the British, the blue coats are the French, the white coats were the Austrians, and the... what was the other one? Frederican? German. Yeah, Frederican's German. So that's Prussia, England, France, Austria. And wait, Zeeland? Oh, Zeeland just converted. Okay, that's cool. Just continue doing these. Rebels close to enforcing demands. Mutapa. Right, just because I kind of forgot about them. They're not really close to enforcing demands at all. Oh, right! I was building ships out here. Totally forgot about this. So you guys can head over to Malacca. That is Malacca, right? Yeah. And you can seize proper control over that. And I have ships being built in the Americas too. I totally forgot where I was building all of these vessels. Rio Grande is now self-sustaining. And we have another missionary. So where are my colonists right now? Detroit. Grand Rapids. I would say let's start trying to form a colony down here to cause them some problems. These wars are still ongoing. Alright, you guys are done. So getting a little more control over the Caribbean sounds like a good plan to me. You'll merge with the Caribbean fleet. Chesapeake. I would say let's increase the number in Chesapeake. Then we have this fleet over here in Malacca. Which we'll have protecting trade in Malacca, sure. I mean, that's probably overkill, considering I'm not actually getting anything from there except for maybe an extra merchant. Well, no, that's not true. You're sending your... hang on. Are you forwarding to the right place? Yeah, see, now you're forwarding all of that money to here, where it's being sent around to the Ivory Coast. So I want to make sure I have as much control over the Ivory Coast as possible. I mean, we're taking most of it, so it's fine. English Channel is now up to 233 value. I think the other thing I want to do is just privateers. Privateering Genoa. Maybe Seville too, though I suspect they're... Yeah, Seville's not really worth the money. Alexandria could be the other one. Genoa. Genoa. How are we doing in Lübeck? 52, so we need to expand our number of ships in Lübeck as well. Considering that's where a large chunk of our money is coming from. And then otherwise, let's just build up our fleets until we have everyone positioned correctly, and then we can start like going for Aden. France is at war with Austria, eh? Oh man, that's annoying. Really? I have to go all the way around there? Alright. Also, the Scottish have improved again. That is an amazing hat with that kilt. These are the Highlander model now, isn't it? Or are these like Black Watch? This might actually be Black Watch. Which I think are Scottish. Austria will cede Carnarvon, Crane, Lienz, Gors, Graz, and Venedig to Venice. Venice is back. Venice is back with Venice, even. That is a damn cool model. Went to Scotland for the first time a couple of weeks ago. It's a nice place. I thought very seriously about moving there. So much cheaper than London. Alright, let's go and upgrade those units. We're still getting the manpower, but I think we're on the verge of preparing for a fight against the Mamelukes. Successfully raided treasure fleet. There we go. Now we're stealing 88 of the 218. So we're getting almost half. And that's probably without all of my ships arriving. Elizabeth I is now on the throne with James, who is kind of a rubbishy heir. Elizabeth is really young, so I might well get rid of James. Poor harvest, that is unfortunate. Tactical genius, +1 land leader maneuver. Excellent. Right, these ships should probably band together. Yeah, Edinburgh is amazing. Really do like Edinburgh. Advancement of the merchant class. Burkers gain 10 influence. That's actually very annoying, because it sticks them over the danger zone. 5 years. So, do they keep their plutocratic coup progress? No, they did not. So we should be okay. 5 years. I worked out it takes, what, 8 years? Yeah, I really need to work out how to go after Aden. Ethiopia has no allies. Oh, that also means that you are no longer allied with Ethiopia. Hormuz. Is Hormuz allied with the Mamluks? You're not. Bengal and Malwa, so that would be more of a war against India. Hormuz isn't actually in Aden. Yeah, it has to be Marahan. Mara, Mamluks, Hormuz, and Funj. Where's Mara?